much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the media and ladies and gentlemen in your homes and living rooms. I'm very pleased to announce today that the government of Guyana achieved a major milestone with respect to one of the most important and most transformative projects in Budget 2022. I refer here specifically to the Linden to Mabura Road. It would be recalled that shortly after this government assumed office, we concluded with our development partners, specifically with the Caribbean Development Bank, we concluded an agreement under which the Linden to Mabura Road would be constructed at a total estimated project cost at that time. The agreement that we concluded with the Caribbean Development Bank was in a total sum of $190 million US. This, of course, represents the Linden to Mabura Road, that is to say, represents, of course, the first phase that will ultimately lead to a completed Linden to Lethem Road, which will then in turn complete the overland link to Brazil. The Takatu Bridge having been completed some years ago through a strategic partnership with the government of Brazil. Returning to developments today, it would be recalled that late last year, we went out to a public open international tender process. Bids were received from a number of international companies. Those bids were evaluated by a Guyanese evaluation team that was put together for this purpose. The evaluation team examined all of the bids that were received and made recommendations, which were then forwarded to the Caribbean Development Bank. Today, we received the no objection from the Caribbean Development Bank to proceed with the recommended bidder, which is a consortium led by a major Brazilian construction firm, Construtora Queiroz Galvão. Like I said, today we achieved a very significant milestone that the Caribbean Development Bank gave no objection to the recommended top-ranked bidder for the government of Guyana, which is this Brazilian company to which I just referred. And having the no objection having been issued by the Caribbean Development Bank, the next step would be for the government of Guyana to engage in negotiations and to ultimately conclude a contract with this Brazilian company. This step is significant for a number of reasons, and this development is significant for a number of reasons. First of all, the project is itself a major project. It's one of the largest infrastructure projects that we will be undertaking in Guyana in the next 3 to 4 years. As you know, there are other important projects as well, the Gas to Shore project, the Amila Falls project, etc. But the Linden to Mabura Road represents perhaps the single most important transport infrastructure project that we're going to be implemented in the near term. It's one of the largest projects in Budget 2022 that is currently under consideration by the National Assembly. It's a project that we're implementing through a strategic partner with our much valued development partners at the Caribbean Development Bank. But the project also has financial support being provided by the government of the United Kingdom through a grant provided under the Caribbean Infrastructure Facility. So the UK also has an interest, a very important interest, and is making an important supportive contribution to the realization of this project. And I should mention, in fact, that the Linden to Mabura Road is also the largest project that the CDB would ever have undertaken. And I think this was also announced at the time that we concluded the agreement with the CDB. It was also announced at that time that this Linden to Mabura project is the largest project that the Caribbean Development Bank itself would ever have approved thus far. In addition to that, of course, the receipt of the no objection for us to proceed to negotiation with this consortium led by this Brazilian company is significant because it also represents an important endorsement of the procurement process that we would have followed and therefore of our procurement system. As you know, we have worked very hard to build a strengthened and more open and transparent procurement system, having inherited a procurement system that has been completely dismantled during the 2015 to 2020 period. We've worked very hard to put back in place the practice of open, transparent, and competitive bidding. This was a major project. We followed this new and enhanced and strengthened open procurement process, which now, of course, has received the support and endorsement by the Caribbean Development Bank with the grant of their no objection. And then, of course, this project ultimately, once it's completed, is going to transform the lives of so many persons living in the hinterland and so many persons doing business either with Lethem or between Lethem and Linden and between Lethem and Georgetown. And ultimately, the Linden to Lethem road linked with the Deepwater Harbor will completely transform the economic space in which Guyana is operating. And the Linden to Mabura road, like I said earlier, is the first leg, the first phase of this multi-phase major infrastructure project. So today really is Watershed Day. The announcement, the receipt of this no objection from the Caribbean Development Bank to proceed and enter negotiations with the Brazilian-led consortium is a major step forward. Our instructions are that the technical team should enter those negotiations and conclude the process in the shortest possible time so that a contract can be executed and so that work can commence on this road in the shortest possible time. And so I wanted to step out a little bit from the budget process. We're caught up in the debate on Budget 2022, but I wanted also to make the point that even as the debate continues on Budget 2022, we are busy working behind the scenes to move forward with all of these major transformative projects. And today we achieved a very significant milestone and a very significant step forward in relation to the Linden to Mabura road. And I wanted to share that with the Guyanese public and share it also with members of the media. So thank you very much for that. My office will be issuing a written release on this matter later today. Thank you very much.